Hey everyone, I am so glad that you are here with me today. I'm still working in the garden room. I'm going to continue making over down the row. A couple weeks ago, my husband and I were at IKEA and they have this whole as is kind of clearance area. And they have this section where they have new countertops and actual big like doors that are very inexpensive. So I got a countertop and a door that I can use as tops to my workspaces in my garden room. I've had them sitting in my living room now for a few weeks, putting off all the work that was going to have to occur to get them in. But since I'm already started redoing from my last video where the caterpillar enclosure is, I figure why not keep going down. And also we'll come out in the garden some. It's a beautiful Florida clear blue sky day, and hopefully we'll get to see a lot of butterfly activity. I am just going to revel in this day, and I'm not going to show you every little thing I do in there, but you'll see a good before and after, maybe a few in betweens. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. Let's go. So here is the new area. Look at all the floor space. Of course, my husband took advantage of it and put his chainsaw there. We're still doing a lot of cleanup from Hurricane Milton everywhere. And then this is my like potting and growing area. Now that end's gonna stay a lot like it is, but this is a spot right here I'm gonna be focusing on today. I'm gonna clear all that off, get rid of things that I don't use, and then bring one of those countertops in. I'm going to just keep my existing setup. I was better at engineering on this setup than I was at the last one. It's all nice and even. And I'm just going to place the new countertop on. And it's really nice. It's a really nice countertop. It's like this thick. You'll see it. And reset up my space here, and this is going to be like my potting area, and then down there is where I put all my things that I have growing. And I'm also going to do some stuff over here, but that'll be for another time. We're just going to focus right here, and then we'll go out there. Look, there's a golf fritillary out already. I don't know if you can see him, but I see him. Oh my goodness, love my butterflies. All right, I'll be back. I got space all cleared off. I'm gonna bring the countertop out and place it, and I'll come back and let you see it, and then I'll put the whole little space back together. It's gonna be great. And there it is. Look at this gorgeous countertop. This was literally, look, the price is still on it. $19.99 at the IKEA in their clearance as is. This is why it was there. But this, look, that even came off. This is my garden room. I don't care what it looks like. What I care is that it's a good sturdy, look how thick it is. A good sturdy surface that I can use, and in this case it's going to be for potting. And let me show you, I'm already putting things back together and it's working out so practically. I put my trash can right back there. I can literally swipe stuff off and into there. My currently being used potting soil is now tucked away in there. And yes, I did use some of my fabulous engineering skills to level off this crate that the potting soil is sitting on, so I can get it up to a usable level. That bag used to sit on one of these chairs all the time, so now I get my chairs back. All right, I'm gonna go put this back together now, and I'll show you the final look. We'll be back. So because this counter is not as wide as my spaces, there was some wood left behind, but my little pavers, they just fit perfectly there. And then I can set like my tool storage and that sort of thing there, but it'll still keep a lower profile, so I keep my view. Okay, since I'm having so much fun and I'm feeling inspired, I'm going to tackle this side because I have a new surface like this for this side too. And I want this done. I'm feeling inspired and feeling motivated, and I have time. Those are the three things: motivated, inspired, and time. That's your sign to go ahead and do what it is you're thinking of doing. It is cleared off, and I'm gonna get the new counter and place it. It's gonna be fabulous. Okay, new countertop is on. This is actually a door. It's like a really light gray, and it was also in the clearance. It was $19.99. I love it. And you know what else I like is that it's narrower, so it gives me more space in between. Look how wet my carpet is from the hurricane. I've got the fan blowing down on it. So yeah, and look what I did to my other space. I'm gonna declutter all of this now. Aren't you glad you don't have to do it? You just get to keep seeing the before and after. Enjoy that. Hey everyone, it's Sunday morning and I'm just now coming out. First thing I noticed was my giant swallowtail caterpillars have nearly eaten all of their wild lime, so I'm going out to get some more cuttings. But as I came out and around the bend, just looking at my garden, there's color and there's butterflies flying around, and I just saw the hummingbird. And a few days of some good sunshine and Florida blue sky and some good hard work, even though there's a lot more that needs done. Oh, it's beautiful. So let's walk back and get the wild lime, and I'll let you get a peek at the garden. I love it. Do you see what I mean? Can you feel the difference? There's a monarch. It's just everybody's perking up, popping up. The blazing stars looking beautiful back there, the goldenrod. Look down there at all the pops of narrowleaf sunflower. Those guys are really bringing the color. And then there's that. But really, if I just don't look at that, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Look at this. This is my garden. And I am delighted to be able to spend day after day in here working with butterflies and sharing it with you in spite of Hurricane Milton. I mean, it's just so much fun having all these thoughts and ideas of new things I can do with spaces that, you know how you kind of think, well, that garden space is done, but garden spaces are never done. That's the incredible thing about gardening. Okay, I'm gonna grab the cuttings, the wild limes right here beside me, and the garden room is not ready for you to see it. I'm gonna keep working on it, but when it is ready, I'll be back to let you see how it looks. And I can just tell you, oh my gosh, I love it so much. I got rid of so much stuff and opened up space, and now I can do more filming in there, and it's just lovely. And it's just all work. It's just all putting in the work and deciding to just do it And again, it's like down to three things. It's motivation, inspiration, and what's the other thing? You know, I said three things. Oh well, those two are pretty important too. Okay, I'll see y'all in a bit. You guys, it's literally like an hour and a half later, and all I was doing was bringing one cutting in. And it led to this whole creation of a new way to hang the chrysalides, because when I switched to the new lepidarium, a lot of the chrysalides were attached to the old lepidarium. And so I was making the little pockets, but then with the stapler and all that, it was just like, anyway, I found an easier way. Let me show you. These are little dowels, and I ordered them on Amazon, and they actually happen to be the perfect length for the width of the top of the lepidarium, where I can just tuck each end in under the framing and it will hang. So what I've done is, y'all like my eyeshadow swatches. What I've done is, look how cute they all are. So I have tons of mini clothespins, and instead of cutting out all the little squares and stapling them, I'm just cutting one strip, and then I fold the bottom half up to make a pocket, and then I'm just clipping off each pocket with a mini clothespin. And then I'm clipping the whole strip to one of these dowels with the clip hanging down. So then I can pick the whole thing up. Isn't that cute? And take them over and hook each end under the frame. You can see it up here. See how it's just sitting up there? And then they'll just hang. And then they eclose. These are swallowtails. You cannot do this with any drop down eclosers that drop out of the bottom of the chrysalide, like monarchs. Cannot do this. Only swallowtails, because they come out of the top. So they'll come out, and then they'll be right here where they can grab onto the ceiling of the lepidarium and then just automatically hang and dry their wings. So I hope one of these guys ecloses soon, because I always worry when I do stuff like this, like what if I didn't think of something? And what if they don't make it because of this dumb idea I had? That's always sort of in the back of my mind. But look at how cute they all are. All hanging up there. And I still have more, y'all. I've got a lot of chrysalides. So I hope that's going to work. I'll let you know. But that is what I've been doing. Like nothing of what I plan to do, which is what's fabulous about my channel and my retirement, because I can do this stuff and you guys don't seem to care. Like you're right here with me, just whatever is inspired, whatever inspired activity I am having today. Well, you guys just get to come along and you don't seem to mind at all. I love that about all of you. So let me get back to finishing cleaning up my garden room so I can show you the after, but I still have a few more chrysalides to hang. Okay, I've got them all done. You like my little color coordinated clips? I'm just gonna fly underneath the wall. Look at all the little chrysalides I have. Future butterflies. And then I'll pull back. And there we go. Oh my gosh. Please, 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 please work. Okay, it's not done, but it's done enough done. Let's go see it. This is my newly organized, renovated, redone, made over, without buying anything new recently, garden room. There's the lepidarium, which you saw me set up and clean up that whole space in the last video. And look, I even have empty space. And yes, those two bins still empty. They're just holding up all of my trays. And then right there is my compost bin. I put plant cuttings and caterpillar frass and everything that can be composted. And then up here, I keep my water bottles for refilling the floral tubes for the caterpillars, and my little stands that hold my phone if I'm watching YouTube videos out here while I'm working. And there's our new little setup we just did. And all the little adorable guys in the lepidarium. Here is my first work table space. All cleared off. I've got a little storage below where I can keep my kombucha bottles and just some things like tape and cleaning wipes and these that I showed you earlier, the little dowels. And then up on the back where I put the brick, I have just the tools that are grab and go ready. A mirror, of course, to make sure that I don't have dirt smeared on my face while I'm filming. And just some other random gardening things. But look at this clear workspace. So this is going to be where I'll do potting, seed starting. I do have some silicone mats that I'm cleaning that I can put down on top of this to protect it while I'm working with that. And I also usually do my potting in one of these plastic trays because it does a good job collecting soil. Which, speaking of soil, my bag of soil is right here and my trash can is hidden right behind it. Those two things used to be right out in the middle of everything. And then looking down, I got all of my pentas up high because a little bit later in the day the sun's going to come over and all this gets sunlight, but only if it's high enough. So now all of it will. And some of these crates I turned out so then I can actually store things in them, which is fabulous. Another way to keep everything out of the way. There's my fan. Look at all this space. This used to be full of clutter. Over there needs a little bit of work still, but oh my gosh. Okay, now let's go look at the desk on the other side. Here it is. Look at how nice that is, you guys. And both of my chairs fit under it. So that's where I can sit and do any writing, note taking. This is where I do a lot of research. I have my notebooks that are just full of little bits of information that I want to verify for you guys when I'm filming. I've got, these are all old drawers for makeup that I have since replaced. Actually, I replaced them with like these. I love these. This was just an extra one that I didn't use. So these have all my plant tags and then my favorite heavy duty green clips, clothespins, little tools, staples, rubber bands, twisty ties, envelopes for when sad things happen to butterflies. Little tiny clothespins. There's my ink stamp for Butterfly Gardening Inspirations, where I stamp the giant craft sticks and put them in my plants. And y'all want to see something cool? This mug says coffee and mascara, but I don't like coffee, so look what I did to it. Isn't that fabulous? Caterpillars and mascara. That's me right there. That's me. And then all of my favorite pens. These are some extra drawers here. This has it has magnets in it, magnetic clips and random things. This one's empty. See, I have more space for stuff. And then, you know, just this little shelf to keep some of my grab and go materials, books that I like to use. And then my seed sorting thing, which you've seen before. I did a whole video on organizing this thing. And then right here I have my paper towel roll. And right here is some very special giant milkweed. And I know I don't usually use giant milkweed, but let me tell you, my swamp milkweed was either destroyed or eaten. And I had brought in some cuttings of swamp milkweed that had eggs on it, and a lot of them hatched. So what I have done is I just laid the little leaf cuttings that the caterpillars were on these giant milkweeds, and so the caterpillars can climb off. And that's all I have right now to feed them. So that's what it's going to be, which is why I'm glad I held on to this, because it comes through in a pinch. Because look at all of these little guys. And I also have, these are the stem cuttings that I brought in, which I moved a lot of them off of here. But look at my queen. I have two queens. There's this one and there's another one somewhere. Look at all these babies. Are they not adorable? Oh, here's the other queen. How cool is that? So if this giant milkweed is not enough for them, then I have more potted giant milkweed. I'm so glad I didn't get rid of them. I'm so glad. I knew I needed to keep it for some reason, and Hurricane Milton is the reason. And that's a good reason if you ask me. So I'll do another quick pan of the whole area. I very much love it. I still have my fans going because the carpet still needs to dry. There is so much more space. And you saw the before at the beginning of this video. It's significantly different, and I got rid of so much stuff. Like it can't get cluttered like it was again, because the stuff is gone and I don't shop like I used to, and I'm so much happier that way. All right, let's go walk through the garden. You know, one of my defaults to dealing with stress when I was teaching was shopping. I would just buy stuff so that I knew at the end of the day there would be a package waiting for me that would make me happy and help relieve some of the stress. Only thing is, it never really worked, and I ended up with a lot of stuff. And honestly, dropping down one whole income with my retirement check too has not been as much of a strain as I originally thought, because I'm just not buying stuff. And I'm not sad about it. I don't need to. I don't want to, except for mascara and lip gloss and stuff like that. But, you know, it's wonderfully freeing. Okay, let's go walk through the garden. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. The pollinators are definitely buzzing all around the goldenrod. The pollinators are back in full force, and goldenrod, y'all, now's the time. Now's the time to get it going in your garden. It's a fall bloomer, and all these little guys depend on it for their survival. All right, continuing on. There's a little zebra longwing looking for nectar on the snow square stem, which are all blown over. I just can't get over how pretty everything looks to me. And it's far from what it was, but oh my gosh. Florida sunshine just can make everything look better. Just everything. I love it. Then I look over here and there's, oh, so much that needs done. This whole thing is leaning. This is a Barbados cherry tree that froze back and it's not a tree anymore. And honestly, I'm tempted to just take it out because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't put on the cherries anymore. It just takes up space that could be used for something else. What do y'all think? But I feel bad about taking things out. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. I still haven't addressed the sweet almond. I've got to figure out how to stake it up because that's a heavy little tree. And I think it's okay. It's going to be okay. It doesn't show any signs of dying or anything. But I know there's got to be a way to stake up a tree like that. I just have to do some research. Right here, my red pentas garden is getting so much more sun. At this time of day, it would have normally been in the shade, but because that huge branch was right here, is gone, it's going to get a lot more sun, but it should be fine with that. Look, there's a monarch. And there's a sulfur flying around the background too. It should be thrilled with that because they love sun. It's just that it's not used to it, so I hope it handles it well. I love when the sun shines through their wings. Oh, I put my obelisk trellis pieces back in. Yay! It's looking prettier back there. My elephant ear that's back in the corner there. Let's go see it. It's all fallen over also, so I have to go back in there. See if I can't get it upright. It's really cute because can you see down at the bottom of it? There is a new little stem coming up, straight up from the bottom. Plants are amazing. I still have to pull out all these plants too that I have tucked in the bins back here. But also you can see my Woolly Dutchman's pipeline is looking good, and it's already starting to reach out towards the trellis to attach on again. Look at that little Gulf fritillary. Has some tattered wings. Not necessarily because of the hurricane though, because a couple of the Gulf fritillaries I caught and brought in looked like that. So, hey, but it could still fly just fine. All right, well, that's pretty good for a day. Let me see, Thursday was 0, Friday was 1. So days 2 and 3, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend. And I'm going to head on in. I've got to fix dinner, not chips and salsa. I'm kind of over chips and salsa. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Tap the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Chat with me in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Barbados cherry tree. And I'm going to edit this video. It'll be up tomorrow morning. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.